Hey Terrence,
Hey Brandon, how you doing?
not too bad. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. Hey Brandon, let
Awesome.
me let me show you this one website real quick, and I'm gonna line it over to you.
N-
You
No
see this?
worries whatsoever.
All right. But do you see this, Shelly? Online.pgh, onlinejobs.ph. That's where I get my people at. So you post a job and so on and so on right there. Okay. My man Brandon. How you been, man?
Not too bad. How are you guys?
We're good. We're good. We are definitely good. Right now, today, we got Shelly and we got Tamara here. And
Awesome. How are you guys?
yeah, y'all good?
I'm good,
Hello
thank you.
there. Hello,
Good.
hello. I was trying to unmute.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah, we missing Micah. I was gonna have Micah on here too, but he's in between flights right now. So,
No worries. We could always do another one.
all right, most definitely, most definitely. All right, Brandon, look, you got the floor, man.
So Terrence, let me ask you this. Are they all kind of going to be looking for funding then, correct? These are your
Yes,
students that you help out with? Okay,
correct.
perfect.
Yes.
Um, Perfect. Awesome. So I'm with Preferred Funding Group, partnering with Terrence, obviously, working with him for a very long time. Um, Everything that we do is 100% unsecured. So there's no industry restrictions, no time in business. We personally do not care what you spend the funds on as long as you qualify. And Terrence could back me by that because he's ran quite a few clients through us as well. We're a super streamlined process, super easy, not too many docs neither. So the first program, depending on what you guys are looking for, we have two different programs. And again, both programs are 100% unsecured. So the first one is our term loan program. It's a 5 or 7 year term. Majority of clients get a 7 year term because they want the farthest term for the lowest payment, which is a smart move because there's no prepayment penalty. Meaning, if you guys, let's say, get 100,000 at a 7 year term to keep the payment lower, and business is booming, let's say after 2 years, you guys can go ahead and pay us off. Now, with that program, they are set monthly payments, locked in interest. We can lend up to 500,000. Now, the rates are completely dependent on, credit profile, income, what's on that credit. We don't like to see any late payments, charge-offs, bankruptcies, all the negative stuff that most lenders don't want to see. But even if you have, a late payment or two, it's not the end of the world. We could still get it done as long as we just don't like to see a track record. Now, for the credit, we like to see at least a 680 credit score or higher and at least 50K of annual income. The few different things that we look at when we take a look at that credit report, obviously the negatives that I just mentioned, and then inquiries. If there's an excessive amount of inquiries to where we see that you've been shopping around, kind of a red flag to us. We like to see as minimum as possible. And then debt to income ratio plays a huge role as well. We like to see that at 35% or below. We just don't want to over leverage you when we give you a loan to make you maxed out. And how we calculate the debt to income ratio, all clients always ask. We only take your monthly obligations that are reporting to that credit profile, meaning most of them are installment loans, car payments, mortgages, and any credit card debt. We don't factor in your everyday expenses like groceries, gas, and your odds and ends. And then we take your monthly obligations divided by your monthly income to get your debt to income ratio. Now, let's say if you don't have any income, but you have awesome credit, we could do our stated income program, which is business credit cards up to 150,000. Now, what that program is literally our stated income program. So for that one, you do need to have at least bare minimum of 700 credit score or higher. And then obviously the lates, negatives, and all that stuff we try to stay away from too. But if you have one or two, it's not the end of the world. And then what plays a huge role in that one is inquiries, like I mentioned for the term loan, and then revolving utilization. The revolving utilization is how much of your credit are you using. We like to see that at 25% or below to get you a good amount. We will go up to 30, but 30 is kind of drawing the line. Just we don't want to over leverage you again. And those, nice thing about those is I'm assuming, Terrence, most of these clients are going to have EINs and stuff. Is that correct?
Yeah, that is correct.
Okay. So the nice thing about those is none of those are going to report personally. They're all going to be on your EIN as long as it's registered, and it's actually going to build your business credit as well. meaning the inquiry will be placed on your personal credit because you're personally guaranteeing it, but the actual account will not show up. The only way that it will report personally is if you guys default on payment. Since it's unsecured, it's going to go against your personal credit if you default, but 9 times out of 10 clients aren't defaulting. And then again, those do build your business credit. As far as interest rate, you guys will get 0% interest for up to 13 months. Anywhere after that, it's kind of what the market has to bring. But as far as payment, you're only required to pay 1% towards the actual balance on that card. Meaning, if let's say you get a $20,000 limit, you max that out, your monthly payment is going to be $200. And obviously, if you pay it off, you have access to that capital again until you close the account. So it's super easy. Things that we look at to get you qualified is a 3-bureau credit report, 2 years tax returns if you have them. If you just want to do the stated income program, we just need a 3-bureau credit report. And Terrence will be able to get the link over to you guys and everything too in order to qualify for funding. You guys have any questions?
I don't think so. I'm still writing it down, but
I was gonna say we're
could
like rapid fire taking notes.
Awesome. Terrence, if it makes it easier, if you don't have it, what I can do, you guys don't have to try to jot down everything. What I'm going to do is I'm going to send Terrence, I call it a cheat sheet because it's literally how we underwrite. That way you don't have to try to jot everything down that I just spoke to you about. I'll send Terrence a little cheat sheet and he could forward that over to you guys. That way you guys know exactly what we take a look at in order to get you qualified.
okay, thank you.
Terrence, you want me to send that over to you?
Yeah,
that way you can forward it over to them?
Yep, that'll be perfect.
And I think this is
Awesome.
kind of
I will send that over to you.
This is kind of an amazing program because you're telling me it's 100% unsecured under either scenario.
Yeah, either scenario is 100% unsecured. Obviously, you're personally guaranteeing it, but it's not. I don't know if you guys are familiar with SBA at all, but like SBA, you have to put your assets up and everything. Obviously, if you don't pay, they come after your house or whatever you put up.
Right.
So I'll be honest with you, if you don't pay, it's going to damage your personal credit to where you're not going to be lendable, but we're not going to go after your house or anything. And it's, we fund within 3 to 10 business days as well. So we move fairly quick. And let's say if you guys filled out our application tomorrow, I would actually have an answer for you tomorrow on how much you qualify for as well. So we're super quick.
No,
And you said, just to recap, you said only 50,000 annually they need to show they make.
Yeah, correct. And what it really comes down to is the debt to income ratio. We advertise, excuse me, a 680 credit score or higher, 50K of annual income, but that doesn't mean you automatically qualify. That's kind of just to get your foot in the door so we can take a look at you. And then we kind of digest everything from there to see what you do qualify for. Again, it's going to come down to that debt to income ratio.
Okay.
And now Terrence will email over all this to you as well. That way you guys have it all in front of you because I know I just threw a lot of information at you.
That's great information.
Yeah,
and
that
Terrence,
is.
I just sent that over to you too, real quick.
Yeah. And I'm actually sending it to them right now as we speak.
Perfect. And then keep in mind, our rate, I think let me double check. Terrence, I think on the cheat sheet I just sent you, our rates are a little off actually. All right, our rates are off by 2%. This was back last year. I just never updated it. It says 7 to 15% APR fully amortized. It's actually going to be 9 to 15% for the term loan, just because obviously we all know it's a crazy market nowadays.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I think this is amazing because of its use, its broad use. So, I'm looking at things outside of just the real estate world too. So I kind of like what you're telling me.
Yeah, absolutely. And if you guys ever have any questions, always call Terrence. Terrence, get me on the line, or Terrence, if you want to give him my number, just whatever is easiest. I have no problem answering any questions for you guys to make sure you guys are fully comfortable.
Yeah, I'll forward them your phone number and your email. Yeah.
Yeah, and then make sure when you guys call, please, just mention that I was on a Zoom with you guys. That way I know exactly who you are, because I speak to 200-300 people a day.
Gotcha.
He's a busy guy.
Well, thank
Yes.
you for taking the time
Yeah.
out to speak with us.
Yeah.
No, absolutely, no problem at all.
So he's talking to us and he's coaching basketball. So
Love it.
Got to get the job done, right? Got to take care of Terrence and his clients.
yeah, I appreciate that.
Absolutely. And then Terrence, do you need me to send you a credit link to send to them too, to where they can get their credit application
Yes,
for $1?
Right. Oh no.
Awesome.
I said no. They already had that. Yeah. They already.
Okay, perfect.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and the nice thing too is I always get asked on why I don't pull credit. I don't know if you guys are thinking the same thing or not, but I'll tell you why. The reason that I don't pull it is because if I were to pull it right now, it's going to be a hard pull. If I have you guys pull your tri-merge credit report, it's a soft. If everything looks good, you qualify, you want to move forward, you will get an inquiry on your credit once we put you in the final underwriting. Obviously, any lending that you go through, you're going to get an inquiry, but just upfront is a soft pull.
Right. And then Brandon, like they'll pretty much be working it like me also, where they're going to be working with clients, and then their
Perfect.
clients
I love
need
it.
down payment assistance and things of that nature. And then by Shelly being a CPA, like she was saying, she deals with a lot of people that's outside of real estate. So
Perfect.
so it's a great tool for them to have in their tool belt.
Yeah, absolutely. And if you guys ever need anything, feel free to reach out to either one of us. If I don't, when Terrence sends you my number, if I don't answer, just leave a voicemail or shoot me a text, and I promise I'll give you a call back. I'm just on the phone about 99% of the day.
Yeah. Appreciate you, Brandon. You all have any last questions?
Absolutely.
I just wanted to confirm one thing, because I may have written it down wrong. When you were talking about the business credit cards, I have that you said EIN only, so there was no personal guarantor for the business credit cards, right?
No, so there is a personal guarantee. You're personally guaranteeing it, but it's not going to show up on your personal credit. The only way it'll show up is if the client defaults. That's what we fall back on, is the personal credit. So if they default, then obviously they're going to get a ding on their personal credit. But other than that, if they don't default, they'll never see that account on their personal credit.
Okay, gotcha. Okay, that was
You guys
all.
have any additional questions?
No, none for me. Thank you. I look forward to building a relationship with you.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a pleasure speaking with you guys. And Terrence, let me know if you guys need anything else. I'm more than happy to hop on another call.
All right, I appreciate you, Brandon. You take care of yourself. Have fun in practice.
Absolutely. Enjoy. Bye.
Thank you.
All right. Awesome.